So we discussed up till ULIPs, no? We discussed ULIPs. This we completed.
Yes, sir.
So it is actually a mix of insurance policy, and also you will get some units, right? Mutual fund and insurance combination. So IRDA will regulate it, and exactly like what I've told you, they will collect the amount by selling the policy, and they will this is what their corpus, so they will deposit that in the stock exchange, exactly like the same what we have discussed before. Now next, NBFC, you write venture capital companies, venture capital firms, venture capital firms or companies. So just write one line there. It provide finance and technical assistance. It provide finance and technical assistance to firms which undertake business projects based on innovative ventures. Okay, so if you have a very good project, if it is an innovative venture, so if you can convince the venture capital firms, they will actually finance you, they will fund you. So it provides finance for, just write one more line, it provides finance for commercial application of new technology. Commercial application of new technology. Okay, so there can be sector specific venture capital firms also. For example, when we talk about Infosys Venture Capital Fund, it provides finance to only IT sector. Okay, so there can be sector specific venture capital firms. So you need to know that idea, what is venture capital funds. It will basically promote, invest in a innovative project. Okay, so how they provide capital? They don't provide it as loans like banks. They provide capital in terms of equity. Equity means they will buy the share of the company. Okay, so just write one line. They provide capital in the form of equity. Okay, now how it is going to be viable for them? For example, if you are providing equity, you are actually getting the share, right? So funds provided in terms of share. So let's say you are getting 100 such companies. Out of this, not all will go bankrupt. No, hardly maybe 10% will go bankrupt. So 50, let's say 50 will perform average, half of the companies, and 10 will do excellent. They will make profit. Okay. So if this is average, then you don't want to worry about this. This 10 loss making can be easily compensated with this 40 profit making. So anyway, it is viable, but even before that also they will conduct a viability study, and then only after this they will give the finance, or they will purchase the share. Okay, so earlier DFI used to do this, okay, Development Financial Institution, but now only in private sector. Now, what about some wealthy individuals? They are providing the funding. What is it known as? This is venture capital company, right? Sometimes wealthy individual, if you have a very innovative project, you go to Mr. A, okay, so he will fund your project by equity. What is that? What is that investor known as?
So angel investor.
Angel investor, okay. So the wealthy individual who's supporting the business, angel, he is like an angel to that company, right? So we have done 4: mutual funds, insurance, right? ULIPs we have done, venture capital firms we have done. So I've told you NBFCs are diverse. They are different. Each are different. Mutual funds are different to insurance. Insurance is different to venture capital. Now the next category is merchant banks. Merchant banks. Or in bracket you can write investment banks. So these are actually not banks, okay? Not banks. like in the real sense. So just write under this, it provides financial consultancy services. It provides financial consultancy services, comma, advice on fundraising. Advice on fundraising. They manage IPO of the firms. They manage IPO of the firms. Manage IPO, initial public offer. They underwrite new issues. Underwriting, what do you mean by underwriting? We have already discussed, right? Giving a guarantee. Underwrite new issues. Facilitate demat trading. Facilitate demat trading. All this demat trading, etc., IPO, we will discuss in the capital market. So basically, they serve as a mediator between public and companies. Okay, so most of all the banks have their merchant bank division. Okay, so SBI merchant bank, etc. Okay, or separately also there can be merchant bank, right? Lehman Brothers, it's a merchant bank. So it's not similar to bank, but these are the functions of merchant bank. Okay, mainly issuing, supporting IPO, underwriting, etc. Next is finance companies.
So excuse me, sir, can you just repeat point number 2, sir? They provide financial consultation and
advice on fundraising. These are not important, Ashwin. Not a big deal. Advice on fundraising.
okay, sir.
Finance companies. Now you might have heard this Muthoot Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, etc. Right? So they all will come under finance companies. So is there any possibility of deposit in Muthoot Finance? Can you deposit Muthoot Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, etc.? Can you deposit? You can deposit.
I think no.
You can deposit. Will they lend? Gold loan is there, otherwise also loans are there. Okay, so they will provide lending also. Okay, so how they raise money? They raise money from the public for lending purpose. How they raise money? They raise money mainly through fixed deposit. So they mainly through fixed deposit, and they will sell bonds also. Okay, now if they can take deposit and they can go for lending, and one more condition which I have discussed with you for becoming bank, what is that? Demand withdrawal facility, right? Withdrawal facility. So can we call this as banks? Muthoot Finance, Cholamandalam Finance, etc.
No, sir.
No, obviously that's why we are writing under NBFC, right? We are writing under NBFC because these are not banks. Why these are not banks?
There is no withdrawal facility.
Withdrawal facility is there when fixed deposit is there. Demand withdrawal facility is not there. It is time withdrawal, right? The fixed deposit means it's a time withdrawal facility. So demand withdrawal is not there. So technically, these are not banks. Okay. Next is vulture funds. Vulture funds. Derogatory term it is. Okay, so they will work like that only. That's why this term. Financial institution which purchase share of companies who's nearing bankruptcy. Please write. These are financial institutions which purchase shares of companies. So if a company A is facing problem, if a company A is nearing bankruptcy, it is almost getting closed, okay, or getting shut. So they will vulture fund firms, they will buy the shares of that company. So financial institutions which purchase shares of companies who is nearing bankruptcy. So when you are purchasing the share, will you get it at cheaper cost? Right. So you will get it at cheaper cost. And what they will do, they will revive the company. Okay. So they will revive the company. When you revive the company, what will happen? The price will go up. Okay. And you will sell it at higher price. Okay. So that is how it is done. You can also write next eighth one or sixth one, MFI, Microfinance Institution. Just write one line here. They raise funds from public for lending to weaker section. Before I have already discussed with you MFI, and even in MFI also interest rates are actually so high, and then the state governments have passed an act against that, and people started stopped paying back to MFI, and that created problems with respect to MFI. All those things we have discussed when we discussed about banking or financial inclusion. So here just write they raise funds from public for lending to weaker section. They will borrow from institutions also, and they can lend to weaker section. This is the main idea, raise funds from public and lend to weaker section. Okay, but in India, this is the main idea of MFI, but in India they basically borrow from bank. Okay, they borrow from bank and they lend to weaker section. Borrow from banks and lend to weaker section. So we have already discussed in detail about MFI when we discussed about financial inclusion. Next NBFC, you can write Islamic banking. Islamic banking. So just write what is this? This works on the principle of, on the basis of Shariat law. Sharia law. Sharia law. Islamic law. Okay. So in Islamic banking, or if it is based on Shariat law, the interest is prohibited. Okay. So interest is prohibited. Then, so how they lend money then? So if the Islamic banking, if this NBFC want to lend money, if interest is prohibited, then how they will lend? They will lend for share. They will give the financial assistance in terms of equity, right? Before also we have discussed. So exactly the same way, it is almost like the venture capital firms. They will assist in terms of equity share. So what is shared? It is the profit shared, profit or loss, whatever it is, it will be shared. Okay, so no interest. It is based on Islamic law, Sharia law. Next is leasing companies. Leasing companies, like long-term rental system. So you can write under this, these are long-term rental system. Leasing, right? Long-term rent. So how is it done? See, you are providing financial assistance for what? You are providing financial assistance for buying the machines, etc., infrastructure, etc., right? So here what they will do is they will provide all this. Okay, so they will buy machine and give rent instead of EMI. So they will lease it. So here there will be a mechanism for rent, leasing it for the long term, leasing companies. So if you are buying it fresh, you need to pay the EMI. So here instead of EMI, you are paying rent and you are leasing it. Okay, so leasing companies. So here you will be paying the rent. So this is actually a long-term rental system. So many other NBFCs are also there. This is so diverse grouping. So you will see nidhis, chit fund. Okay, they collect money from local people. In every local areas, you can see different types of chit funds. Okay, nidhis. All these are different types of NBFCs. So NBFC is so diverse. So these are the main 9, 10. How many you have done? 9, right? We need to cover. So we have done with this module. We will move to the next module.
So what are chit funds?
Chit funds means it's like let's mainly in rural area, like person A. Okay, so mostly ladies are doing this among the local people. So in Kerala, among the Kudumbasri, you can see it very often. So like her friends or neighbor people, like 1, 2, 3, 4, okay, 5. So let's say these 5 people will contribute 1,000 each. So how much it will be? 5,000. Okay. So 5,000 you will mobilize in 1 month. Monthly you contribute 5,000. It can be more members. So 50 members will be there. So 50,000. So what will happen is she will take a lot of this 5 members, and let's say this person is getting that for 1 month. So entire 5,000 will be given to this person. Okay, next month if the lot is for this person, this 5,000 for that person. So these are local chit funds, like they are managing it. What is the benefit for this person? Actually 1,000, right? 1,000 for 5 months is what you're supposed to pay when you're getting 5,000. But they will be paying for 6 months. So the last month is actually the commission. In fact, the first month this person will take it, and then only second month onwards only they will start distribution. So that 1 month is a commission. You got it? It can be 50 members also. If it is 50 members, it is huge, 50,000. So it is like, instead of going to bank, you can actually do this. Among the people you collect money, and whoever is lucky, you get it early. Who's not lucky, get it towards the end. But for sure you will get it, because it is among the locals, neighbor people. Every month you are contributing. So your share. Got it, Anjali?
Okay, sir.
Excuse me, sir.
Tell me.
Is there any interest in this chit fund?
No, these different types of models you will see in different area. So here it is not, you can say this, you are paying 6 months, no? Actually, you are getting 5,000. So you are supposed to pay 5 months. So here there is no interest. Here actually commission. Since this person is organizing, commission. So 1 extra month you need to pay. Okay.
Okay.
But it can be, it is up to this person. She can say that half month is the commission. Then it will be like in the 6th month or in the 1st month you will pay only half, 500 you will pay. So the commission in that context will be 2,500. She will take only half of the amount as a commission. Maybe less numbers are there. If it is 50,000 members, she have to work for 50 months. No, this is only 5 months. So maybe very less commission will be charged. Maybe 1/4 will also be charged. But 50 months means maybe more will be charged. It is commission for the person who is organizing it. Now, it is again not a standard pattern. It will be different in different areas. I am just explaining one of the things. You will see such kind of a lot of diversity in across India. Okay, different concepts and different ideas will be there.